All right, just saw the press conference for this Lawrence Okolie Isaac Chamberlain fight, and I got a few things to cover here. First and foremost, it appears that Okolie versus Chamberlain is indeed top of the bill. There had been talk that Dillian Whyte would be fighting top of the bill on this particular date at the O2, but don't know what's going on with that. I guess we'll have to find out when Eddie Hearn does his next big interview, or when Dillian Whyte does his next big interview, but I can't imagine Dillian Whyte's particularly happy unless they've got him a different date. So yeah, it appears Okolie and Chamberlain is top of the bill. They got Ted Cheeseman in the undercard fighting Carson Jones. I think that's a very good fight. It's a dangerous fight for Ted Cheeseman. They obviously believe in him a lot. You got O'Hara Davis. You got a bunch of other fighters on the undercard. Now, the second big piece of news about this particular show is that it's going to be co-promoted by AJ Promotions. That's right. Anthony Joshua is officially now a boxing promoter. He'll be co-promoting this show with Matchroom Boxing Eddie Hearn. Now, some people are, I don't understand the mentality of some people. When they hear that boxers are turning into promoters, they get upset and they start insulting the boxer. No idea why. I guess they want the boxer to be a slave to the promoters for their whole lives. I don't know what it is. Anthony Joshua, I'm sure, is not going to be handling the day-to-day running of AJ Boxing. He's going to have a team to do that for him, or he concentrates on his own career. I'm sure he'll have some input. I'm sure he'll have some final say over certain cards and whatnot. But you have to understand, Anthony Joshua only fights, twice a year? So he's got plenty of the rest of the year to be involved in promoting shows and whatnot. We know that he's a guy who always stays in shape, so I don't see what the issue is. Oscar De La Hoya did it while he was still fighting. He became a promoter. David Haye was also a promoter while he was heavyweight champion. So it's not like it hasn't been done before. And it shows that a fighter has got more ambition beyond just being, as I say, a slave to another promoter. And with this fight specifically, people have been asking the question, is this a big enough fight, Okolie versus Chamberlain, to headline at the O2? I think attaching Anthony Joshua's name to it is going to help sell a lot of tickets. If it was just a Matchroom show and AJ's name wasn't involved and AJ wasn't at the press conferences and etc., they might have struggled more to sell the tickets. But now that AJ's involved in it, I think that could be a driving force for ticket sales for this particular show. So yeah, as far as the press conference itself, it was what it was. The fight is going through the motions. I don't believe that Okolie and Chamberlain actually hate each other. I think it's just a professional rivalry. I don't think there's any real personal beef. But obviously, they got to play up for the cameras a little bit to sell the fight. Again, particularly because this is going to be a big arena, and these two fighters are not really big arena fighters, certainly not by themselves, and even combined, are they really going to even come close to selling out the O2? So, they got to do whatever they have to do in a promotion to sell as many tickets as they can. End of the day, it's a good fight. Some people saying, no, they should have delayed the fight and let it happen down the line. No, why? I like these fights happening when two guys are not the finished product, because you normally get a better fight. When it's two young guys who are ambitious, unbeaten, they believe in themselves, that's when you tend to get the best actual fights. That's what we saw with Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte. If you remember, I was very excited for that fight. I was more excited for that fight than I was for Mayweather Pacquiao, and I made a video about that same year, and people were ridiculing me, saying, how can you say that you're looking forward to Joshua Dillian Whyte more than Mayweather Pacquiao? Are you stupid, hat man? No, I'm not stupid. I just understand the ingredients that are necessary to make for a dramatic fight. Mayweather and Pacquiao were two seasoned veterans, two wily campaigners, whereas AJ and Dillian Whyte were two young, unbeaten, hungry prospects with a lot to prove. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of testosterone. They're not seasoned and experienced. When you put two guys like that together, that's when you tend to get fireworks. And that's what I'm expecting here with Lawrence Okolie and Isaac Chamberlain. I think it's going to be potentially a very, very good fight indeed. So let me know how you feel in the comment section below about everything I've talked about in this video, all the information, the press conference, the fact that AJ is co-promoting it with Matchroom, and yeah, as I say, everything else I've talked about. All right, it's happening. I'm out.